pressure canner. This is the lid to the pressure canner. You have your rubber seal, which fits right in here. These do have to be replaced. Once they get all flimsy and stretched out, you want to replace this. And here is my gauge. It just sits on top of this hole right here. And when the canning kettle is up to the right pressure, this will start shaking, and this will release steam. It will release a little bit of water, so don't get too nervous about that. It does happen. And inside our pressure canner, we have the bottom plate, as I call it, because you do not want your canning jars to sit flat on the bottom. This will help, this piece here will help them from shaking around. I can fish, chicken, soups, stews in this, tomatoes. This thing comes in handy. Now when your pressure is all the way up and your pressure canner is completely together, you want to wait a while before you take this lid off. You want to remove your gauge, whether it's 5 pounds of pressure that it calls for, 10 or 15. There's each different weight is a different pressure. The smallest being 5, the next being 10 and 15. Or 15 altogether. So if you say have something that calls for 10 pounds of pressure, you're going to take this top one off, or your center, so you only have 10 pounds, 10 pounds of pressure right there. And all you do is set that back on there, and now you're back to 15 pounds. Now when it cools down and this little piece here that I showed you goes down, then your canner is safe to open. Do not ever force your canner open. The reason being, pressure canners can explode and have been known to. So when you're canning with this, be very careful. Water bath canners are the ones you can do your jellies, jams in it, sauerkrauts, fermented vegetables, and many more things. Prime example of when you need to replace your canning kettle, which is on my to-do list, is when it starts to rust. Fortunately, I have about 3 of them. You turn it into a flower pot, do whatever you gotta do, use it for traps. Inside your canning kettle is gonna come a rack where you're gonna place your jars in to your canner and lift them up out of the canner. This one holds about 6. There are ones that hold 8 to 9. And the inside of your canning kettle, which has a little bit of rust in it, so this is going to be used probably for traps or making my laundry shelf, one of the two. So the water bath canner is a lot simpler than using the pressure canner, but don't let the pressure canner intimidate you. It's really not that hard to use. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe so that way you can find out how to use your pressure canner the right way. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the outdoors as much as we do, feel free to head over and check out Nature's Wild Playground, our other YouTube channel. We do trapping, hunting, fishing, camping, bushcraft, foraging.